Hey there everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna head off to At Home and do some holiday decor shopping together. So I'm gonna take you all through the store with me and point out some of those pieces that can really help to give your space that elevated designer feel. But of course, you can get them for those more affordable at-home prices. So it's a great way to get that designer look on a budget. And then we'll come back home and I'll show you everything that I found for my own space and how I'm planning to style it. So hopefully you can get some fun holiday decorating inspiration for your own space as well. So without further ado, let's go to At Home. Okay, so here we are at Home, and I will do my best to link everything that you see in this video below in the description box in the order that it was shown. So one of the first things that I noticed here were all of the pieces for entertaining, like this super cute ceramic tray that has a very similar look to the one that they are selling at Pottery Barn this season, just for a fraction of the price. This would be so cute for a little dessert tray or a hostess gift. And another piece that felt very designer to me was this sweet white Christmas tree mug. It looks very similar to the one they're selling at West Elm right now, and a set of these would be so cute out on a little mug tree on the countertop for the season. They also had some red ones as well. I also spotted this wood serving board, perfect for a holiday charcuterie board, and I've seen designer sites selling similar ones for more than twice the price. And another entertaining staple is a festive welcome mat. I love to layer mine with a simple $4 rug from IKEA for a more upscale and finished look. I also loved these driftwood trees for a more natural rustic feel. They reminded me of the ones they're selling at our house, and these would be so cute out on a mantle or a shelf. I also like the touch of snow that these have for a more wintry look. Now, when I was at Pottery Barn this past weekend, they had all this cute gingerbread decor out and I was loving it. So when I came across this little gingerbread village, I was so excited. I loved the neutral look of them so they can easily fit into whatever color scheme you have going on. And these were also a great price at $20 to $25 each. And they lit up, which really just helps to add to that cozy holiday ambiance. They had 4 different models, so you could easily mix and match to create an entire village on somewhere like a mantle or a tablescape. I personally was more drawn to the neutrals, but they did have an entire aisle of more colorful gingerbread decor. I also thought that these little trees would be such a sweet accent. You can mix them in with the gingerbread village or just style them by themselves, and I love how they actually look and feel like gingerbread. Also, if you love that sugar plum fairy theme with all of the sweets and the candy, they had an entire aisle full of that theme as well. Now, I love decorating with gold and brass accents during the holidays because I feel like it helps to add some warmth, and they had a whole aisle of gold, so it's really easy to find. I loved these vintage inspired ornaments. They reminded me a lot of the ones that I styled as bowl filler in my last video, and they also had these glittery ones as well, and I just loved the shape and texture on here and just the old world style that they had. Vintage or vintage inspired decor is a great way to make your holiday decorating feel cozy. And I loved the antique feel of these music note ornaments. These could also be a fun thing to DIY, maybe if you have some old sheet music. I also really liked this vintage look bell, and this would be great as a standalone accent piece, or you could tie it into some garland at the base of a staircase or hang it from a large wreath. And speaking of wreaths, I thought this Norway spruce wreath looked super realistic and was an amazing price at only $24. I really liked the rustic look of it, and I love going overboard with wreaths during the holidays and just hanging them over windows, mirrors, and doors and just making things feel really festive. They also had this in a garland as well for only $20, which was a great deal. Then I spotted these adorable mug candles. They came in a variety of shapes and scents, and these would also be a great hostess gift to have on hand for something festive and unique. Now, of course, we had to go check out the white and silver aisle. This is a great spot to buy some of your filler ornaments in bulk because they have so many to choose from at really great prices. I loved these shatterproof snowflake ornaments. I almost got them because I just love how they help to bring that snowy, outdoorsy feel inside and really encapsulate the feeling of falling snow. Another thing that helps your space to feel magical during the holidays are sparkles and glitter. And these glitter ornaments were so huge, which which really helps to add some scale and visual interest and just variety when you combine them with smaller ornaments on a tree. And they definitely had a lot of sparkles here to choose from if you are a fan of glittery accents. I also spotted these snowy glitter pine cones, and the entire string of them was only $8.99, and these would be such a versatile accent piece to either use as individual ornaments or just drape them along some garland. You could also just style them in a tray for a cheap and easy festive touch, maybe with a candle on a coffee table. Super effortless, but just still chic and festive. Now, if you're in the market for a new Christmas tree, or maybe you need a second one for a more fun, nostalgic ornament tree, At Home has some really great prices. You can get this 7.5-foot pre-lit tree with 8 light functions for only $329, and this one looks very realistic and similar to our tree that I got on Amazon for $100 more. So definitely some amazing prices, and they also had a bunch of flock trees if you're more into that white and snowy look. And something that I've been seeing a lot of recently is the frosted tree. So it's kind of halfway in between a flock tree and a natural tree. I'm a big fan because it just feels like a light dusting of snow, and I just think it looks super realistic and natural, and a fun way to bring that fresh snowfall look and feel indoors. So another thing that I spotted by the trees were these sensicle sticks, and these are great if you want that fresh cut tree smell but you are using a faux tree. And I showed you all how I used these last year in a short, and my favorite is just the regular fir scent, but they have a bunch to choose from, including spiced pine cones and cinnamon. But you know, at this point my cart was pretty full, so it is now time to head home and show you all my finds. All right, so we are now back home, and I'm going to show you all of my finds and how I styled them. So I know for this first thing I did mention it in the shop with me portion, but it was just too good not to pick up. So I went ahead and got these gorgeous gingerbread houses. I got this size, and then I got the smallest size as well. I believe this was the medium size for $24.99, and then the small one was $19.99. Obviously the dream would be to have a whole village of these to use on somewhere like a dining table or a console table, but I figured a more budget-friendly way to decorate with these would just be to get 2 of them. I like the varying heights. I think that adds a little bit of visual interest, and these will look so cozy at nighttime with the little lights glowing inside. And what I really love about them is that they're very fun and whimsical and festive, but they're also very classic and elegant and very designer looking. So I felt like $45 for the pair of these was a really great deal, especially because for that cookie jar back there, that alone was like $70 from Pottery Barn. So a really fun designer looking accent piece for a great price. Okay, so I feel like realistic looking holiday greenery can be very hard to find at an affordable price. So when I saw these, I was so excited. They are these super pretty pine stems. I just thought that these looked super realistic. They were $4.99 each, and I loved the coloring on them, how they have that almost blue undertone to them. I think that is so pretty and natural looking. I have a couple trees in our backyard that have that blue look to them, so I kind of feel like they're just gathered from my backyard, even though they are faux. These are on the shorter side, which is actually why I picked them up, because I'm always looking for smaller stems that can fit nicely on a shelf or underneath a kitchen cabinet. These are also a great size for a little nightstand or to use on a bathroom countertop. Just a little accent piece, which I always find myself needing during the holidays anyways. So I'm just gonna pop 3 of these in a little rustic vase on this tray moment behind me on our kitchen countertop, and this will just help to add a really natural rustic feel to my holiday styling. And for $15 for the entire look, I feel like that was a really good deal. Okay, so when I was going through the store, I did not need a new wreath, but I saw this one and I was like, okay, I have to get that. It is this super pretty kind of rustic pine cone wreath. It just feels very natural, and something that I like about it is how it has different varieties of evergreen stems in here, so it feels like it's handmade and just has that really rustic look to it. The greenery on here is very realistic looking. Again, I love that it has that little bit of a blue undertone to it. So I have tried to achieve a very rustic look in our kitchen area styling. I have some old breadboards that I use in there, and I've hung a couple of antique copper pots off of our backsplash area. So I liked that this would kind of fit in with that rustic theme, and I'm planning planning to use this on our cabinets this year. I love to hang a wreath just over some cabinets. It really helps to change up the look of the entire kitchen, especially because I don't really use those upper cabinets since I have to get a ladder to reach up there anyways. So I love just being able to pop a wreath up there and kind of spread that rustic holiday charm a little bit more throughout the space. And this guy was only $29.99, which I felt like was a really good deal for a wreath that looks this realistic with all the varied greenery and the pine cones that look so real. So definitely a really great price on this one. Okay, so this next piece is just a little smaller accent piece, and it is this really cute grouping of acorns. And I don't know why, but I just am really drawn to pieces that kind of have that sugared effect. I found some really pretty bowl filler at Target last year that had that kind of sugary beaded effect to it, and I just love the look of it. I feel like it makes things look very festive and frost-like for the holidays, like it's covered in little bits of snow, but it's still natural and not too over the top. So I liked that these little acorns had that detail on them. And this says it's an ornament. It was $4.99, but what I'm going to use it for is just a little accent piece to use throughout my decorating. This is such a cute, versatile styling piece to have on hand. You know, you could hang it off of some hardware, or where I actually think I'm going to use this is I'm going to hang it off of the breadboards in our kitchen. I'm going to pop a little piece of greenery that I trimmed from outside just to give it a more gathered and layered look. And this way things feel a little bit more festive and fun, and it'll just help to be something simple to dress up that backsplash area. Okay, so for this next piece, I found these super pretty and unique hand-blown glass ornaments. And if you can see, they have these really beautiful air bubbles in there, which just help to give them some texture. And I loved the coloring on them, how it was a really beautiful kind of frosted light blue, like that recycled glass look. I actually have some beautiful glasses that I bought at Pottery Barn, and these really remind me of those glasses. So I was thinking maybe somehow I could work these into a tablescape down the line and use those glasses for the holidays. But for now, what I'm going to do, because they don't necessarily match my color scheme this year, I figured they would be really beautiful just to use as a simple bowl filler. You all know that's like my go-to. What I'm actually going to do is use a old distressed bowl that I have and then place one of the pine cone stems that I bought in there. So I did buy 4 stems total. I used 3 in the arrangement, and then I'm going to use 1 in this bowl, and then I'm just going to stack the ornaments on top. So it's a really easy way to create a styled look, but really all you are doing is just putting a stem and some ornaments in a bowl, but it instantly makes things feel very designer and elevated. And you can pop this anywhere, on a shelf, on a bench, on a console table, coffee table, a countertop, wherever. So super easy to do. I also love how these had that old world vintage inspired clasp on the top. I felt like that just helped them to look even more unique and antique, and I just thought that they were really beautiful. They were $5 each, which is a little pricey, but I did only buy 4, and I figured that I would use these year after year in a bunch of different ways, and I just liked that they were something different. Okay, so because at home had so many ornaments to choose from, I felt very overwhelmed and I could not decide. So I picked up some more, and they are these really pretty kind of like frosted berry look ornaments. It was $9.99 for a set of 6, which I felt like was a pretty good deal. You all know one of my major themes when decorating is just feeling like I'm bringing the outdoors inside. And when I saw these, I felt like these totally did that with all of the little berries and how it feels like they're just dusted with snow, and how they were still colorful and festive, but still felt really natural and rustic at the same time. And I know you all are probably sick of hearing me say, oh, just use these as bowl filler, but that's actually probably what I'm going to do. But just for styling inspiration, I will show you that you can put these amongst a garland just for some extra visual interest. And if you have a red color scheme going on, something like this could help to spread that throughout a space using that repetition, and just help to add, you know, a different shape and texture to your garland or your styling. These would be really pretty used on a tablescape. You could kind of dot them along a garland down the center of a table. I think that would be really pretty. Same thing with a mantle or just on a tree. I feel like these were really versatile and something unique, so I had to pick them up. All right, everyone, that about wraps up this video. I hope that you enjoyed this holiday home decor shop with me and haul. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, because it really does help to support the channel, and it makes it so that I can keep creating free home decor content for you all on YouTube. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, because I have a lot more holiday home decor videos coming your way. And I hope you have a fabulous week. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!